Hello everyone, this is your English teacher Ruba Maali, and we're starting a new unit today. We're starting with unit number 5, and this is actually the workbook page. You can find it here, 129. Okay, so this is the workbook page. The title of the unit is How Are Courage and Imagination Linked? How are they linked? Courage and imagination. And it sounds interesting, of course. We're going to have a lot of discussion about this. We're going to start our first chapter here with the first reading, The Secret Garden. This is actually a name of a play. All right. So this is going to be our reading. But as you know, before we start reading, we need to prepare ourselves a little bit with some vocabulary. And because we are reading a play, a play is like um, the word novel, the word short story, the word poem. All of those are actually types of literature. Literature, novels, poems, plays, short stories. This is called literature. That's why we are studying today a group of literary words here. We are studying group of literary words because we're talking about literature. We have three important words, as you can see here. You have uh, setting the scene, list of characters. If this is not highlighted in your workbook, make sure that it is highlighted and underlined. Stage directions. This is also a third phrase that we need to learn when we are reading plays like The Secret Garden. So, a person who writes plays is called a playwright. A playwright. Here is the word playwright. And remember that the W here in the middle is silent. You don't say it. Playwright, someone who writes plays. You see? Okay. So playwrights start by setting the scene. When they write their own plays, they start to put the scene. They start to set the scene. And when I say setting, this is something we have taken before. Okay? This is something we have taken before. Scene. So the word scene is taken before here. And it means time and place. Setting in any story means the time and the place where the events and when the events happened. So any playwright, when they put the setting for their scene, they will start thinking about the time and the place for their play. Okay. Of course, there's no story, there's no play without list of characters here. Of course, there has to be a list of characters. People, characters acting on stage, acting out the play. All right. List of characters shows each person in the play. So the characters here and the playwright, of course, will think about a list of characters and how each one of them show in the play. Also, we have a third term, which is stage directions. Any play, okay, should be performed on stage. This is what makes the plays different from novels because they are, let's say, acted out and performed on stages. So, so on stage, you see, and because they are acted out and done on stage, the characters need directions. They need someone to tell them what exactly to do, how to feel, how to act out. So the stage directions tell the actors how to look and act, what to wear, how to do their role, how to perform their role. So stage directions also tell about the scenery and the costumes, the clothes. Costumes means the clothes. So this is what, um, let's say, this is what the three terms here are about: list of characters, setting the scene, stage directions. Now, let's practice the use of those words. You have here one, two, three, four, five. You have six sentences or six descriptions. Now we will see what are they. Here you are asked to put these red ones, list of characters, setting the scene, stage directions. You need to put these three for each example right here. So, for example, the first one is done for us. The first one is done for us. Cynthia Shen, an Asian factory worker, her age is 20. Age 20. When I say a name of a person, when I say, for example, information about them, where they work and their age, it seems like I'm talking about characters. I'm describing my characters. So the best word that can go here is what from these three characters, the list of characters. Now let's move into number one. Around 2005, you see, in the year 2005, a kitchen in a country house. We're talking about this year and we're talking about the place. Where is the place? A kitchen in a country house. So we are talking about place here, okay? And we're talking about time. So the best word here is, can you say it right now before I tell you? The best word is setting the scene for number one. Number two, Joe Jameson, an artist, age 33. As we said, when I mention a name of a person, when I mention their age, when I mention information about them, what do they do, what are their jobs, okay, how old are they, their age. So we are talking about characters here. We are listing a character. So number two is talking about a character. Number three, number three, Lewis shakes Nita's hand. You know, shaking hands? Yeah. Lewis shakes Nita's hand while the lights dim. Oh, we are describing the way that the two characters here are performing. It's like I am giving them directions how to do the scene. You have to shake hands, and it has to be then, when there are no um, bright lights. So, yeah, I'm describing what? Stage directions, how to shake hands, and so on. Number four, World War II, Chicago's South Side. Oh, until now, I have mentioned a place, right? I have mentioned a place of something here. Living room, also another specific place. We're talking about places here. And we're talking about the time of the war. Here is the time. World War II, this is the time of the event we're talking about. Chicago, South Side, living room, all of this is a place. This is time of a small apartment or young child sleeping on the sofa. So you're talking about places and you're talking about the time, okay? where or when the child was sleeping on the sofa. This is definitely going to be, so number four is what? Setting the scene. Yes. Number five. Let's move to number five. Nita's exits the stage. Nita exits the stage. She went out of the stage. This is what it's mean. A spotlight shines on a table in the center of the stage. Now we are describing what? Are we describing characters? Are we describing how the characters are acting? Or are we describing the setting? What are we focusing on here? We are focusing on verbs. We are focusing on actions, how they are moving, how they are acting and performing. So Nita exits the stage. The spotlight shines. See, I'm describing how things will happen on the table of the center of the stage. So here I'm talking about the stage directions. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I want you to look at the next part of the page. It's really interesting because here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lines. Okay, those 6 lines are actually a small play. It's nice. It's a small play. Moving Day. This is the title of the play. Okay, the first one is already done to us. Mama, I am here. Okay, Mama, strong woman but very tired. Okay, what are we talking here? What are we describing? We are describing Mama, and we are describing how strong she is and how tired she is. So here we're talking about a character. Did you see? So you have to fill, um, let me see, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You need to fill them with these three characters, setting, stage directions. You need to fill them exactly like what we did here. Okay, Mama, strong woman but very tired. Okay, Noel Richards, age 15. We're talking about Noel, and her age is 15. So we are describing what here. I will leave it to you. You need to send me the answers. So what is number 6 here? Okay, number 7. Let's move to number 7. Present day. It means now. Present day. Living room. We're talking about the place. We're talking about time. Of a big house. Lots of boxes stacked up. So what are we talking about here in 7? Do you know the answer? Write it down on your workbook. Okay. Number 8. Mama. Sighing. You know what you mean by sighing? Like, ugh. Okay. Sighing and looking at her watch. You see, she's looking right now at her hand, at her watch to see the time. This is not going well. Not at all. Okay. So what do you call all that? What do you call when I describe what Mama is doing? Sighing, looking, sighing, looking. All right. I'm describing the way she's acting. Okay. Now Noel said, this is for number 9. Now we are in number 9. Follow the line here. Noel said, Noel, smiling at her mother. She was smiling, okay, in at her mother's face. How can I help? She asked her mother. How can I help? So when the character Noel here was smiling at her mother, and then she said her line here, okay, this is the verb she did. This is the action she did. What do you call it here in number 9? Did you find the answer? Great job. Now, Mama was laughing. Okay, she's laughing. Ha 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 ha. I wish I knew. Look at this mess. It's not tidy at all. Look at this mess. So when I describe what the mother is doing here, which is laughing, how or what is the item that I will use here when I describe what is she doing? So please just write it down here and send your answers. Don't forget, we are on page 122, and I will be waiting for this exercise to be done. All of this, all of this, all of this, starting from 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Also, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want to make sure that you copied all the answers from the video. Okay? And I will be waiting for your answers. I will be waiting for your questions or anything not clear. Thank you so much.